Hi, I'm John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food. Today I want to show you how to make an amazing eggplant, spinach, and okra stew down. And we in the Caribbean here, we love eggplant, and I particularly love okras as well too. We love spinach. So I thought today I'll show you how to make a dish using a combination of these three ingredients, and we do a really nice Caribbean stew down with a few ingredients. Let me just kind of run through the ingredients with you, as I always do. So first we have some onions, and what I did with the onions is I basically diced the onions. It's kind of like a medium dice. Of course we need some oil as well too, which is going to be the medium we're going to use to cook the stew down, the eggplant, okra, and spinach stew down. And I also have some garlic as well too, and the garlic has been sliced in half. I took the membrane inside out and then I sliced it, nice thin slices. Scotch Bonnet Pepper, which is my favorite pepper in the world. And I basically took the Scotch Bonnet Pepper, I de-seeded it, took the seeds out because the seeds tend to be a bit hot. So I didn't want it to be too spicy, but I still want to have a little bit of spice in it. So I sliced the Scotch Bonnet Peppers. We have tomatoes, which I took the core out and then I large dice. Okras, which of course is an okra dish, and I took the tops and bottoms off the okras, and then I sliced the okras across into very big slices or big circles. Eggplant, of course, one of the main ingredients as well too, the main stars, and the eggplant has been also the top removed or the stem piece removed, and then it has been cubed. I have spinach, and what I did with the spinach, I washed the leaves off first, and then I took the stem area and I folded the leaf in half and I pulled the stem down, and that's how you devein the spinach. So you want to take that stem out because it's really chewable, it's very tough to chew, so that was important for me to remove that as well too. Of course, we're going to need some water as well too for this dish. And then we're going to season it with some thyme. I took some thyme sprigs and I pulled the leaves off of the actual stem itself. I also took some chives and I sliced the chives nice and thin as well too into nice little circles. And of course, everybody knows I love cilantro. So I just took some cilantro leaves, pulled them off the stems, and then I kind of rough chop it with my knife as well. And then we're going to finish it with some salt and pepper to taste. And you can add as much as that as you want or as little as you want. Or you can add no salt and pepper whatsoever. So let's get cooking. So we're going to start first with this, let me just turn the stove on. There we go. So we have the stove on. And what we're going to do is we're going to first add the oil into here. And this is the olive oil here. And what we want to do is we want to sweat these vegetables until they're nice and translucent. So if we're going to be sweating these vegetables, we don't really need to have the oil too hot. We can add the vegetables in nice and cold. So I'm going to add first the onions. So add these in first. And I'll also add the Scotch bonnet and the garlic at the same time as well too. And have this nice and sweat, this all nice and translucent. So we're going to add the garlic in here. Let's just get all this garlic out. So basically I have now my onions, I have my Scotch bonnet pepper, and I also have my garlic, which we're going to sweat out until it's nice and translucent. And when I say translucent, I basically mean until it's clear, not brown or black or anything of that nature, or no color at all should be on the onions. And what you could do as well too is you could take the lid and you could put the cover on the lid, and that's going to help it to also sweat nicely inside here, because all of the steam itself would be encapsulated within the actual pot itself. So that's what I would suggest you do. Add the oil, onions, garlic, Scotch bonnet pepper, add the lid on top of it, and allow it to sweat out until it's translucent and no color whatsoever. And that's releasing all the flavor, which is going to be imparted into this tremendous dish. So let's just check this now. So as you can see, they're all sweating nicely. I'm going to go ahead now and just move this around gently. And I can smell it. It's really beautiful. The onions are breaking down. And it's just sweating out lovely. So as you see, the onions here are nice and translucent. They're clear, there's no color, I don't want to have any color at all to my garlic or any color at all to my onions or my Scotch Bonnet Pepper. All I want to do is just to release that flavor which is going to be imparted into my dish. So now we are at this stage. Again, beautiful flavor. We're now going to go ahead now and we're going to add pretty much everything else. We're going to add now the eggplant. And I added the eggplant. I'm going to move this around as well, just to get everything all moved around. And it's also already smelling so tremendously wonderful. It smells so good. Then we're going to add tomatoes, the ones we cubed. Just add these into the pot. And the tomatoes are going to break down and release the natural juices and acidity of the tomatoes as well, which is going to make this a really lovely stew down. And in terms of time for stewing down, we're looking between half an hour to 45 minutes to stew this down. And that's going to break down the eggplant, break down the tomatoes, break down the okras, and of course the spinach. The spinach, of course, is going to break down quite quickly, but it's already colorful and looking beautiful. Then we're now going to add our okras. Wow, this dish is looking so amazing already. Okras added. And again, we're going to stir this up a bit, just to get everything nice and combined. Okay, there we go. And I'm also going to add now the thyme as well inside here. I add this early because I want this to break down. And then we're going to add our spinach. And the spinach, of course, is going to, I have big leaves. It looks like big, like a lot for the pot, but it's going to break down. It's going to kind of, moisten and fall apart. So we added the spinach in here. And then what we're going to do as well, we're going to add the water. So let's just add this water in here. Wow, this is amazing. Add the water. And I'm also going to add the scallions as well too. So all these flavors are going to marry really well together in this dish. Let's just get everything out. So we're going to go ahead now and stir this up. It's a little difficult to stir, to be honest. I'm just going to lower the heat a bit on this dish. But we have the water in there and everything. So I'll lower the heat. And what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. And we're going to allow this dish now to stew down and to cook down and all the flavors marry. And I lowered the heat. This is not too hot. And I'm going to let this just cook at a low temperature for at least about half an hour. Now after half an hour, we're going to come back and check it, see if the consistency is right. If it's not right, we're going to go ahead and let it stew down a bit more. We may have to add a bit more water, but we will see. We will see. And then we're going to finish it with the cilantro, which I love cilantro. And we're going to finish it with some salt and pepper to taste. So we're going to check back on this in half an hour, and we're going to finish up this amazing eggplant, okra, and spinach stew down. So let's just check this dish now and see where we are with this stew down. Oh wow, this is looking so delicious, so delicious. So all we have to do now is just season this now with some salt, pepper. We're going to add the cilantro to it and complete this amazing dish. And I am hungry, so I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Remember, we already have the Scotch bonnet, so we don't want to add too much of the black pepper. Some salt to season. We can always add more salt. And I'm going to add all of this cilantro here because I love cilantro. So we're going to add all this here. And then we're just going to stir this all up now and combine everything, but it's stewed down so beautifully. Look at this. And it smells so great. So this is the eggplant, okra, and spinach stew down. So delicious. And you know what would be lovely with this as well too? Well, you could add a little bit of lime juice as well to this. That is going to help pop the flavor of the salt and everything out really lovely. So let's just give this a little bit of stirring some more. And as you can see, everything is beautifully broken down. And it's such a lovely stew down. So we just want to go ahead and taste it. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more salt because I didn't add much just now. And let's just go ahead and taste this dish. I just want to stir this up another time here. Wow, this is what you call stew down. I can see all of the eggplant has been broken down. I can see all the seeds of the eggplant inside here. Tomatoes are all broken down as well too. Very soft. The spinach is disintegrated. And the okras, you can still see them, but they're very soft and tender. All we have to do now is to taste, and we're going to go ahead and plate this as well too. So let's just taste this. Wow. Wow. That's delicious. But I think it needs a little bit more salt. It's going to add a bit more salt to it. We're going to go ahead and stir this up. And then what we're going to do now, this is so delicious. Let's just go ahead and plate this up. Wow, look at this. Amazing. So I'm going to use this plate here so it doesn't drip. Wow. This is our eggplant, okra, and spinach stew down. So delicious. And I know the perfect place we're going to go and consume this dish. I'm just going to plate it first, and then we can go ahead and consume this lovely and delicious dish. Wow, that looks amazing. So I just turned this off. So I'm going to take this with me, and I'm going to go outside under the carambola tree. Perfect place to sit, and we're going to go ahead and enjoy this amazing. Oh Lord, this here looks so good. This eggplant, spinach, and okra stew down. It looks so delicious. So let's head out and eat this up. So we're going to go ahead now and taste this amazing eggplant, okra, and spinach stew down. And I thought, what better place to sit than under this nice, beautiful carambola tree. And it's such a lovely evening as well. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. And you know, the thing with this dish as well too, I would love for you to try this dish. And please, you know, send me any comments that you have regarding this dish. But the thing about this dish is that you can make this as a little side with your rice, your chicken, your fish. It's so versatile. But I just want to taste this first and give you my expert opinion. Wow. This is lovely. So that's the texture you're looking for, and that's how far down you want to bring it. And it took me just half an hour. I want to get a piece of okra here as well. So spinach all disintegrated, tomatoes, and it's just lovely, thick. Not too thick, but it's beautiful. That is amazing. That is so delicious. That is absolutely stunning. So if you've enjoyed this show today with this eggplant, okra, and spinach stew down, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and also ring the bell. Send me as many comments as possible. You know, let me know if you liked it, you enjoyed it, any particular questions you may have, and I'll be more than happy to reach back out to you and answer any questions you may have. So again, I'm John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food.